What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Filsinger Games Character Spotlight with Mike, Brock, and Pete.
I'm Mike.
I'm Brock. I almost missed
That
my own
makes me
line.
Pete. Yeah, you missed your spot. Then you
I
talked
see.
over me.
I'm sorry.
Man. Yeah.
We're not that professional to do it again. Tonight we're joined again by Rob and our first time speaking with Joe. Joe Scully is joining us tonight for the first time ever. How you doing, sir?
Shit, I'm better now, man.
All right. So we're gonna talk about. I think this is the final two cards from Promoter
The final
Madness
two
2,
cards.
which are Strong and Narcotic. Well, there we go.
Well, since Joe, you're the first time guest, we'll give you the lead in.
You're gonna go with the worst for first, huh?
Well, Rob's a talker, so he'll fill in the time.
Hey, I feel that. I feel that. All right,
So
what's that? All right.
how did you come up with the idea of a drug addict wrestler?
Well, shit. I figured one thing I want to do is some shit nobody's ever thought about before, right? Nah, nah, man. Rob was like, "Yo, if you got a spot in the set, you got to come up with something cool." So I was like, "All right, give me some time or whatever." And man, it's been some years, so I really got to
2007.
was it 07?
Yeah.
Oh seven. Yep, 2007.
Man, time goes by quick, man. No, so like I wanted to do something that was a spinoff of somebody else, right? Because I mean, I think that's the easiest way to make something that somebody might be invested in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit,
Hmm.
other than myself, right? So I was like, two of my favorite people at the time was, Dregs and Sleeves. And I mean, I really like their characters and I like the idea of somebody being like an offshoot of their family. But I didn't want I mean, they weren't old enough to have like kids. I mean, well, I mean, I guess, aliens, so it's whatever. But I didn't. But I just was like, yeah, I didn't want it to be like something just traditional, like one of them brings their kid in or something. So I was like, all right, let it be like a nephew or something. He got some problems, whatever, whatever. So I started. I mean, you got to have some kind of a catch. So I was like, I always liked the idea. Sleeves, like he was wild boy, right? So I liked that aspect of it. But then he was once he tried the big face turn and team with his twin and everything, he was like stand up guy too and all of that stuff, right? So I was like, well, maybe they're gonna together will mentor this dude the same way that he was mentored by Dregs, or whatever. At least that was the way I kind of remember thinking about it. And but I couldn't really come up with what like the issues were. Then, and this is where it completely goes totally sideways in terms of related to the game. That would have been, you said it was '07.
Hmm.
Man, I don't know. It was probably about 20 years ago. It was probably maybe '06, something like that. My my fraternity at school at UK, I was out of school by that point, but like the undergraduate chapter, man, they bring their boys in. They all have different names, like they give them different line names when they're pledging or whatever they're initiated in, right? One of them, this kid, he came through by himself. I remember he was in pharmacy school, and his line name was Narcotic, and I was like, "That's a dope ass name," I mean, no pun intended or anything. So I started with the idea, and that just stuck with me. I was like, "Y'all really like I like the name." So when I was trying to toss around different ideas, I was just like, shit, Narcotics a cool name. Let's make this dude a drug addict. There's his problem. There's his hitch. Whatever the case. So let's make it. And I think that Rob may have even said something about the drugs. I can't. I just remember the name Narcotic, and I think that Rob, help me out, man. Was that Narcotic came first, and then the drugs came after that, right?
I don't really remember. I remember you having a real completed character though when it was time to come up with something. Like you put a lot of thought into it. You had all the mechanics down. I think I feel like the first time I saw the character, it was completely done, like
Okay.
completed product more or less. I don't
Yeah.
recall anything tweaking your guy at all.
Okay.
Like,
I really that part of like how that the order of I mean I know that the drugs thing came after narcotic came after the name and that was where the name came from which was the spelling of it even came from the way his line name was spelled. And
Does he know that he's got a character in the game with his name?
I have told him I have ripped his name off for a few different things over the years. Yeah. So so that was where the name came from. I think, I mean, like the basics of the back of the card, it was based around when I had gotten back into the game, like in the early 2000s. That was right after like all the bootleg stuff had blown up, right? And everybody had, I mean, there was, I started back playing, picked up a couple sets I had missed while I was in school or whatever. And it was like, man, there's like 100,000 bootleg cards out there. So I remember the first time I went to Galacticon for the first time in a lot of years. It's like, man, everybody's got all these sets. And I was like, yo, some of the artwork was dope. I'm looking at the pictures like, cool. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I flipped the card around. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? It's like everybody's kicking in game's ass. I got no desire. I mean, but they're good looking cards. So that was the other thing that was really important to me was the idea of having like a card that you could just use. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So he was I remember he was pretty like just a balanced card. It wasn't real strong. It wasn't like he wasn't super weak or nothing, But yeah, that was where it came from for
real. Okay. Yeah, it was like I said, I've seen it for years, and at one point you even, I don't know if you did it or Rob did it. He got an update, and he's much
that was
worse.
Rob. That was Rob. He called me and told me he was going to do that, and it was the update. The idea for the update was like really dope. Like I mean, it was really really good. Just the whole
It got
on
dark.
and off the wagon thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it got darker, and I feel like we talked about that when you
Yeah.
originally did the character. We talked about the potential where this would go, and I remember you even saying like, I don't want this to be like a like your typical like success story. Like I want this
Right.
guy,
Right.
like,
I didn't.
look other
I
way.
remember that too. Yeah, I remember that too. I didn't like the idea of it being just like a total upward arc or whatever. So
Mhm.
It's interesting because on the second card, because he's an addict, they even made him lighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
His stats plummet.
Yeah.
doesn't he have like a big DQ finisher with his second card, like a big one, like a +5 or something crazy like that?
there was a DQ. I cannot. It's been a long time since I've used the card. You got the card, or what you might
Yeah, on the second card, you're supposed to roll one dice.
to whether
And on
which
a 1
card
through 4, you use his first card,
Yeah.
and on a 5 or a 6, you use the second card because he's using.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's a sweet. That's
So
a
you
cool.
need both. You need both cards actually.
Yeah, I remembered that part. But I was thinking he did have a DQ finisher for his second card too.
No, it's just a 0 finisher.
Zero finisher. Okay.
He does have a like shove the ref to the mat disqualification on one of his cards.
His
That's
first
what it
card was
was.
good though, right? Like I remember he was my GWFC champion for a while.
Yeah. No, he had he had a +2 finisher. I know he was, I think, -4 agility.
Yeah.
Plus
His power
two.
was like maybe +2.
Yeah.
Had a couple
Yeah.
downs. He had a good card. He had a good
Wasn't
card.
that his whole story? Like if it wasn't for the drugs, he would just be like one of the
Yeah.
best ever. All this potential, wasted potential. I guess kind of like a Jeff Hardy, although Jeff Hardy's obviously awesome. But
Yeah, there was. I mean, I remember we talked a lot about the ideas after, but yeah, it was. No, it was a cool card. I mean, I liked what it came out of, and obviously, like I said, when we continued with the update, what Rob did with him after that, I thought was great, and the artwork I always thought was great too. Of course, again, this is gonna go with one of those shameless. Sounds like I'm kissing the dude's ass or something, but I mean, I've known Rob for years and years and years. So I'm not doing that. I'm just saying. He always gets phenomenal art because he knows because he always, tells him what he's asking for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's very clear cut. So, I mean, we talked about what we wanted him to look like. Rob came back. So, what about this? Like, man, it's what he looks like.
Yeah, we had Werner on last week actually, so yeah, dropped last week.
Yeah.
And he talks about all the different inputs that guys would give him on the cards, and a lot of times, especially during the GWF sets, the GWFZs, it would literally like, yeah, I need this, just go, because he had 130 drawings to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny because he said some people give me like 2 words and then wonder why I did it the way I did, and then other people write paragraphs and they contradict themselves,
That
like
was
from
hilarious.
what they write in the first sentence, and by the time
I
they
enjoyed
get to
that
the
a
end,
lot.
completely contradicted everything they said that they wanted. So yeah, but no, I mean this card is awesome. I mean this card really is good. I mean he's
Hmm.
solid.
Cool.
I mean he was right there. Like when you look at the, you know, as you're looking at it, the things that are supposed to hold him back because he's in the Z would, you know, are there. Where, you know, he's got the you know,
The down on 2.
choice C or the downs, the multiple downs, a down on level 2. So
You
but yeah,
guys have
it's a
a handbook with you? Does it say who he feuded with? Did he feud with Dr. Payne? Or am I
yeah, yep.
imagining?
With the
The
surgeon,
surgeon.
because the surgeon could get him whatever he wanted.
The
I
stuff you
remember
came
that.
up
I
with,
remember that.
Anything he
That's right.
wants, the surgeon
that's
can get.
hilarious.
So yeah, yeah.
It's funny.
So that probably did happen given the second card.
Yeah.
So
He played a hand in his downfall.
Yeah,
That's surgeon.
yeah,
and he's feuding Grills and Darth Brooks.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I-
Headliners, the original headliner.
Yep, the original headliners. Because he blew off Johnny Rocket because he said he didn't want to do tag teams. That's what the story says. You know, he was like, yeah, and I'm not going up there to be a tag team wrestler. I want to stay single. And so Johnny sent both of them after.
He does not have a single tag on his card, so he
He does
stuck to
not.
that.
Yeah.
That's right, because he didn't. It wasn't so much. I remember that now because it wasn't like so much of a thing of like he. I don't think he like looked up to his uncles or whatever. I mean, it was more like he was in. They got him into the profession or the idea of it, but I don't think it was like this. Y'all want to be like them thing or nothing.
The original Solo Sokoa.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Let's move on to Katrina's character, Strong.
Yeah, she's in the house right now. But yeah, lucky enough to win the spot, and was busy with other stuff, so just said go ahead, and was my girlfriend at the time, not my wife. So and when was this? You said 2007.
Mhm.
2007. Yeah.
That was a while ago. So I think really simple stuff. Just I see strong a lot and said strong a lot back then for everything that was cool. And I was huge into Rack and Ruin. Wanted to create a singles guy, and I think that's pretty much it. Oh, he was from Dimension D, which is
D. Yes.
I guess like a downtown version of wherever Rack and Ruin are from. I guess I don't know. I'm not really sure what I was thinking, but
Here you go. You ready for it? Claiming to be from Dimension D, a rundown dimension south of Dimension X, filled with tough streets overrun by crime and violence. With no proof to dismiss Dimension D or his origin, Strong is free to fight in the GWFZ. Or now.
forever. Yeah, that's a guy I got to do a Kronos card for one day for sure. He stood the test of time. I still get asked about him all the time. He got that, yeah, and that's one of the reasons I haven't, because that art is phenomenal. You really can't do better than that.
Yeah, there's the
I don't know
color.
what he would look like. That's perfect. I think that's the one reason I haven't really done it, but I got to do it eventually.
This is his GWFZ Graduates LE.
Yeah, I think that's like I was trying to make him put him in the GWF somehow or something. I think originally maybe he was supposed to be some kind of limited edition card that didn't work out. I forget. It's been so long, but yeah, that was the idea that he would be wrestling in the GWF whenever that.
So this one was in 2011. Is when that's the copyright on that one.
It's been. He really does need an update. It's been that long. Wow. I'll just have to find good art. Think of some good art for him. Stats would probably be similar, maybe a little bit better.
Yeah, because this is a solid character.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He doesn't have much weaknesses other than his defense on level 2.
Yeah. I think I did 2 versions of him. I did one where he was a -4, -1. And I did another one that was a -5 +1. And there might have been some other I forget. I don't remember why I did that. But he's due, especially with Raccoon on Kronos. He's due for a new card, a Kronos card somewhere. Werner's just so, he's so backed up and busy that, I feel bad when I bother him for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was talking about that when he was on the show, and he's got lots of work.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not, yeah, he's doing good. I really appreciate everything he does. He does a great job.
He does.
All my stuff.
Solid.
And we talked about that, how his art has improved over the years, and you can see it.
Just above and beyond. The stuff he gives me is just, I'm just like, wow, man. Like, and like in my recent stuff I did with him, we had one character, we made it all the way to inks, and I just wasn't feeling it. And it was a real important character in the set. And it was a good piece of art, and it was more or less exactly what I asked for, but it just didn't pop the way I thought it would in my brain. And then I did something, I came up with a different idea and I showed it to him. And he was able to recreate this. Like I gave him like this little sketch of kind of what I was looking for, and he just came back with just the coolest looking art. You'll see one of the best pieces he's ever done for me. And this is one of in my new set coming up, new bootleg set. But yeah, he just above and beyond. Like he could have easily just been like, no, I don't have the time, or we already got the inks. I'd really just rather just finish this. And I would have laid down and been like, yeah, I get it, no problem. But he goes above and beyond, and we've always worked really well together. I feel like I think he enjoys working with me. I think he likes the art direction I give him. At least that's the impressions I get. He seems to have a lot of fun with it. He comes up with really great backgrounds for the characters, sometimes with just a very little input of me, and sometimes with none at all. And other ones, I have to ask for something specific, but as I'm talking, the one I'm thinking about, he did on his own, and it's just phenomenal. So really lucky to have him, especially in this day and age where everything's going AI. It's a true original artist is hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
So, Joe, it's been a while. You still play the game?
Oh yeah. In fact, I never mind. I mean, Brock can edit out whatever I say that I guess doesn't, right? Okay, cool. All right. No, man, I've told I tell Rob this was. So I guess several years ago, I kind of stopped playing COTG, right? So I would still play Legends, and I played like some of the indie stuff when it was doing like the Ring of Honor sets and everything, right? But I played Legends some, and then when Rob it was like was doing with Kronos, so I was like, I started playing, and I hit him up then. I was like, man, this is the best stuff that to me that had been done on the COTG side in like forever, right? I just was really digging it, so I started. So that's what I play, right? And I like that because it allows me to do different things with different cards. It allows me to use his stuff, which is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I play on the COTG side, and that's mainly just because of work and family and all of that stuff. I wind up just playing Kronos for real. So. But yeah, every set he dropped, man, I look forward to it because it's really strong. So
yeah, we've said this on the game many times. Everybody will leave the game at some point, but they all eventually, come back. Just
for sure,
true.
A little bit.
Yeah.
No, my wife, she still she just gets the most amusement in the world about me going down in the basement, and she makes this joke about like how when I roll the dice, she said, no, it's like Joe's down there like he's shooting crap. She'll hear him, and I'm like, whatever, man, So, but yeah, so it's cool though.
You're not the only one. I don't get the craps part, but I get that. What the hell, what's Dad doing down in the basement?
My son's so it's really fun. So my third grade son, he plays it like come down here with me, like roll the dice a little bit or whatever. Ooh. The one that's 4 is like super into everything that I'm into, which is crazy. Like he loves sports 100%. Wrestling, he sits over with his wrestling figures, and he's like he runs whole shows. Like he don't just get them in the ring and have them fight. He's like, you got to hear the music first, and he's like, come here and play with me. I'm like, okay. And he's like, wait, hold on, they have to talk first. I'm like, okay. So you got to cut their promos and stuff first, and then go business, right? So I was like, well, I have a wrestling game too. dude was just fascinated. So he's down there on the tray. He's got his little tray. He's down there on the dice. He doesn't know what's going on, but he throws the dice, and I try to, so he digs it. So he will probably be playing and keep me playing for hopefully many, many to come. So,
That's awesome.
Oh, maybe you have to bring him out to a con one year.
There you go.
Oh man. Well, I mean, yeah.
Give him a year or two.
Oh yeah,
so
he's going 4.
I don't want to like terrorize him and terrify him about certain stuff either. But
I think Smoke was 8. Smoke was, Jerome was about 8 when Smoke started bringing him out.
He was young.
Yeah.
And Pete brought his sons out one.
Yes, my kids were little when they first started coming, but yeah.
I remember. I think that was one of the wildest things to me because I remember seeing Alex at like maybe Alex Filsinger, like the first or second one or something. Like it was very early on. He was
I think
I came back like 15 years later and he was grown, and it just like
yeah.
I was saying, I think I first met you. You were at G-Con 2, I think.
That sounds right. Yeah. Yes, because you and your boy, man, y'all shit on me nonstop.
No,
I'm sorry. Like this,
no.
Mike.
Completely sideways.
I would never do that.
Just real quick, Brock, please tell me I'm not the only person that has come on here and used profanity.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, I didn't ask you was I good. I asked you was I the first person.
I don't think so.
You're not.
Okay, cool. All right, okay.
Has Chad Elf's never been on your show?
Yeah, Chad's been here.
And what was your guy's name?
Rob.
Yeah, Rob. That's right. Yeah, man, they gave me the business for like the whole weekend. I went to therapy behind that stuff. No.
What a bully.
They were. I had never heard my name be referenced as like what was it, like a metaphor for? I don't remember what it was now.
In Canada, it's
yeah. There you go.
Give me Scully is another euphemism for fellatio.
There you go. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah.
Only in Canada.
Dirtbag, man. Y'all was wrong, man.
I had to figure it out in my head as you said that. And that is
yeah.
That's how we're going with this podcast.
I think he made that up just to be a jerk.
Probably so.
Damn Canadians.
Yeah, they pretend to be nice.
You guys are supposed to be nice. Like, what happened to that?
And
then I
went back like years later because I had gotten cool with Rob over like back on like one of the old message boards or something. We would just start chopping it up and everything, and I mean we've been tight ever since. So
forever. It was. I can't remember. It was the early Galacticon too. I think.
Yeah. It's been a long. I mean, yeah, man. I really don't remember what show.
Like it's been like because I've been boys with Matt since we were like 15, and it really wasn't that much longer after that. We had to be early 20s.
Yeah, and so I told Miranda that my wife. She's like, that was one of the things that was kind of funny when she asked me because she knew she's like I got this a man up here in Detroit. She's like, well, how'd y'all become friends? And I said, from the game. And she said, that one? I was like, yeah. So she's like, and then so I'm just like, yeah. So we just been cool ever since. Like, as hell, a long time.
I was with Katrina when we started hanging out, I think, and that's been over 20 years. So
I think y'all were, but honestly, man, I can't. I think y'all just started dating, maybe.
Yeah. Well, if it lines up with Pro Romanus 2, that's about right. Which is what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, it was probably before. It was actually before that because I think I went back.
Because what year did we go to WrestleMania?
That was Cena and Shawn Michaels. So that was 23 maybe, or 22, something like that.
Yeah, that was 23.
23.
Ward Field.
Yeah, that was a good time.
It was a good time.
Yeah, because then you came for like a stretch of about 5 years in a row.
Yeah. Then I started just whenever I could hit them. And once they started moving around, too.
Joe, do you remember when we tricked you at the Jamestown house about thinking you were dead?
Yes. Yes.
Bro, we're in the
Yeah,
Sheldon
man.
house.
Hey,
I'm calling him on the phone. I'm like, we're right here. He's like, bro, I'm in the room. I'm like, Joe, we're right here, bro. I'm like, are you okay?
I was like, yeah, I'm not seeing you. I'm not seeing you. This is
We made him think he was dead. He thought he was a ghost. It was so funny.
man, that was hilarious, man. Because that house creepy when you walking around there at night, man.
That
I
house
mean,
is
like,
creepy.
Oh,
Well, when you have the opportunities, not the opportunity, opportunities the wrong word. When you have the chance of maybe seeing Gene in his underwear, it's always good.
yeah, y'all told me about that too, and I was like, I definitely wasn't. Yeah, that was not something I was trying to run in on for real. But
yeah. We always thought that place was haunted. I was with Loud and Noxious there, and we were talking. We were out on the back deck, and he brought a little herb, so we smoked that. And we came back in. We were talking about the place being haunted, and a heater vent shot off the wall at us.
Yeah, I always got weird vibes from that place all the time. And stayed there
Mhm.
many nights and just you know how places have a vibe, an aura. That place
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Osk and myself and Brett and a few other guys, we walked around it and we went in the basement and we never made it all the way down there. But like there was a rocking chair moving. There was like just one single light with the light bulb with the chain. It was
yeah,
on the rocking chair and it was moving. Like someone had just gotten up or something, but like just absolutely terrified us.
And that's why I never stayed there.
Yeah.
But
Fantastic.
Good time.
hey, Joe, we always ask our guests. We have 5 questions we ask all our guests.
oh man,
Who would be your Mount Rushmore of GWF wrestlers? So your favorite.
all right,
Doesn't
my
have to be your toughest,
favorites.
but your favorites.
All right, Chaos, Matador, Kill Prey, and Amazing Man.
Okay.
Who was the third one?
Kill Prey,
Kill Prey.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was
and yeah,
yeah. I remember when you had you did a lot of stuff with Kill Prey in your press.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Him and Amazing Man were like two of my favorites for real.
If you could become a wrestler, what would your ring entrance music be?
Wipe Me Down by Lil Boosie.
I don't think Mike knows that one.
I am unfamiliar with it.
I haven't
He'll look it up.
never heard of that one.
I have heard of Little Boozy.
I think that was who did Wipe Me Down. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, shit, I'll have to double check myself, man. I think that was who did Wipe Me Down. All right, while I'm looking this up, man, give me another question.
Okay, what's one place you've always wanted to visit?
Seattle.
Really, anywhere in the world, and you're going to choose Seattle?
I've never been to Seattle. I would love to go to Seattle. I get to travel lots of places for work and stuff, and I've never been to Seattle.
Okay, that's something that was unexpected.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's like Rob. Rob doesn't want to go anywhere. He's like, "Where do you want to go?" Ann Arbor.
That was amazing. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
My favorite places, bro.
I guess maybe Ireland too, but no. First thing that popped in my head was Seattle, man.
And to nerd out a little bit, what would your lightsaber color be if you were in the Star Wars universe? We've all seen Star
I
Wars.
guess blue. I guess you know. I mean,
Okay. Means you're a
but
good
a
guy.
royal, you know.
There's been a surprising amount of red.
Yes.
Except for no, David Little didn't watch Star Wars, but he chose red because it's an Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair.
And also, if you're a football fan, that's Keanu Reeves, he's played 2 football characters, and they're both from Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah.
The replacement. But and the last question is, what's one unknown fact about you that you're willing to share?
That I'm willing to share.
This is the internet. Don't forget.
Yeah, I know, right?
And we have 30 to 50 people that watch the show every
Yeah.
week.
That's being a little generous.
I mean, normally if somebody was asking me this, I would be like, well, I've been playing with this wrestling game
Yeah,
for like
right.
dice around in my basement by myself 99.
Got to keep that secret.
Yeah. So since that's not a big divulging thing here, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hate to be that guy. I don't have any like really super interesting things about me. I mean, interesting, like secretive things to divulge or whatever.
So what's a hobby of yours that nobody else that would kind of look at and go like, really?
Oh, okay. So it's for okay, yeah, all right, I'll all right.
I mean, Rob's a car guy. I don't think anybody knew that.
Who
Well,
was
I don't
that?
know, some people.
Go see my car.
Rob said he's a car guy. Yeah,
Car.
car. You know, he likes cars.
All right, here goes one. All right. So I mean, well set and established in my career and all of that, you know, I decided, I don't know, 2 years ago, I was like, yo, on the side of what I do, I want to become a practicing social worker. So that's what I'm actually, in addition to everything else, I'm actually back in school to get my MSW at this point in time so that I can become a practicing social worker on the side of my real job. So
That's awesome. That's
Nice.
my wife does.
oh, really?
Mhm.
Can I tell a Joe story that no one's ever heard?
Sure.
When Joe come to visit me, he freaked out because he'd never seen snow and he saw a turkey come out of the woods. He freaked out. He'd never seen a turkey before.
Yo, I do. So, hey, so when I go up there, it was like every other time that I would go up there, it's you know, good weather time. And so, but I'm coming up here. What was it for the Rumble, right?
I don't know.
I think it was in
Probably.
January. It was in. Oh, hey man, hey, it freaked me. I was like, what the hell is that? Yeah, yeah. So it's like January, and he's like, I said, man, cool. I would drive up there, and Rob was like, maybe you should fly. I remember specifically he was saying, you should probably fly, and I was like, man, nah, it's not a joy. Nah, you know, weather and roads. And I was like, all right. Then he said, make sure you bring some winter clothes and stuff. You got like winter clothes, right? I was like, yeah, man. I don't live in the desert or nothing, or, you know. So man, so I fly up there, and all I remember was I seen snow drifts that made me think I was still above the clouds, right? I was like, what the hell are these? So
Yeah.
I mean, I had seen snow, but never like that, right? Like what I saw there. Man, the first night we went out to eat or whatever, and I'm just like I'm freezing cold. I'm just like, I mean, I'm done in as soon as we're there. And I'm sitting there talking to him, it's him and his bread. And I'm like, geez, they're like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, you know. And he's like, man, he says, I said, man, I'm just like cold. You know, I was like, and Rob, I mean, this ain't really all that bad, you know. So the next night we go to the Rumble, and we're on the steps of the Joe Louis waiting to get in, right? And this is where you can go to nearby the water and all this. And at this point in time, I've been subjected to this shit for like 2 days, and I'm just like completely just. I need a walk-in. I need a heating lamp underneath me or something. I'm out there freezing, and I remember I'm sitting there, and I was like, I'm looking at them, and I said, let me guess, this ain't all that cold either, huh? No, this is pretty cold. Hey, man, it was frigid up there.
Yeah.
Like I don't even put on a winter jacket till it's -20.
Yeah. He's not
Yeah,
right.
no.
There's something wrong with him, Joe. That's not
No.
normal.
Not if wind and snow starts blowing, do I wear a jacket? I talk.
I'm the classic hoodie with shorts guy in the snow. I can't say much.
Man, my best friend, man, he came up here from Texas to play football. And that's what, for years, that's all I ever saw I do was wear hoodie and shorts. And, you know, yeah.
Yep.
But we should probably wrap things up. I want to thank you guys for coming out one more time. Rob's got a little announcement. He did make it briefly. He's coming out with a new set soon.
Yeah, it's actually live right now. I put it on the boards before I came on here. The cards will ship mid-November, but everything's ready. The handbook's ready. PDF cards are ready. I've been working on this since June. Yeah, something like that. But I don't want to say anything about it. It's called Kronos Secrets, and it's very secretive. And if I even said one thing, it would give the whole thing away. But it's 7 cards, and it kind of goes back to the tradition of giving some familiar faces color cards. Never had color cards, but it's a little more than that too. Um, Definitely a alternate universe adventure, taking something that you might be familiar with and twisting it up a little bit and doing something cool that you might not have expected with it. And I think people are really going to love it. But yeah, it's ready to go. This time I didn't do any spoilers. I didn't do any teasers. It's ready to go. The cards should be here next week, and then I'll mail them immediately. By the time this airs, it'll probably be already being mailed. So again, the cards will be mailing next week sometime, or I'll be getting them next week. I'll mail them as soon as that. But yeah, this is probably, and I always say this, but time is probably true. This is probably the last set I'll do. A card here and there is easy on Werner, is easy on me. But this was something I've had planned to do for years. And I just thought that it was a good time to pull the trigger. And it's done. And I'm real proud of it. And I hope everybody likes it. And we'll do a show on it, like, in a month or so. Once a lot of people have it, we can talk a little bit more about it. But right now I want everybody to get that initial surprise when they read it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I know people really look forward to them. So I'm glad we got to break the news, sort of.
Yep, no teasers for this one. I just as soon as it was done, I dropped it. So
excellent. That's Kronos Secrets. Kronos Secrets. You can check it out. It's on the boards. You can find all the ordering information. Definitely check those out. Rob's sets have been stellar. Definitely worth it for sure.
Yeah, especially if you're into the Kronos stuff. It's a continuation after it was canceled.
Yes.
Yeah, and
it's keeping it alive.
Yep, and this is another sequence in the saga, the story. I'll just say this part. This new set ties directly into my last release, which was The Last Man Standing. So it's a continuation of that.
Cool. I'll definitely be purchasing that from you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, also you just collected all the handbooks from the previous releases into one convenient PDF, so that's out there too.
Yeah, thanks to Billy Roberts, who does that, Hexstar on the boards. And I also want to send a shout out to Kevin Butcher. Kevin Butcher's like my sounding board for all these things that I do, and I show him sketches and I show him inks and even when I have my very early ideas, I bounce them off him. He's a real good sounding board. So I talked to him a lot today when I finalized this, and he helped me edit it. So thanks you to Kevin Butcher for your support. You're always there, and all you guys. You guys all do an awesome job supporting the bootleg stuff, and you do bootleg stuff too, Broc. So you know how important that is. The game. We all love the game. We might not always be into like the new release or whatever, but we love the game.
For sure.
The game transcends whatever is current all the time, and I think that's something we all have in common. So anytime we can get characters that we loved before in a new way or a different way, I think that's awesome for the community. I think it keeps community spirit strong. Thank you, Mike. Well, I have more Kronos news. Mike Fortune's getting a big downgrade in the next set.
Yeah, there she goes.
Yeah.
10-7 pin.
About damn time.
Finally, an accurate representation.
Yeah.
I remember at one point when I was doing this when I was running a CPC Fed alongside the GWF back in those days, right? And so Fortune, he won my CPC title, right? Because he was like my, hey, I tried to push him, right? That's my man. Even though he shit on me when I was a kid, but I tried to push him. So anyway, he winds up winning the CPC belt, and he holds it longer than I anticipated him holding it for. And so it winds up coming into the big, like, that I would do every year. I would do like a GWF CPC super card, right? And of course, Ed Gabe is the GWF champion at the time. And Fortune's my CPC champion, and I was like, I can't remember. Rob, do you remember me talking about that? Yeah, I was like, shit. I said, I don't know. I just hope Fortune can bring his gun to the ring with him because I mean, it's yeah. So
the fortune card Mark wrote.
yes, with the gun.
Yeah. You've had a lot of cards now that I think about it, Mike. Jeez. At least four. Because you had the Valentine one, you had the CPC one, and then you had one Kronos one, and you never had the one. That's right. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, the one because you made the CPC one.
I didn't make this. I made the Kronos one.
Oh no, yeah, the Kronos one, and Mark did.
All good. All good. I think really excellent cards. I loved it. Your original one was fantastic in my opinion. I know I've told you that many times. You and Greg Valentine were interplanetary tag champions for a long time.
And then
really great.
Sam Luptak did a 3-person set.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. Really, but you do got to get that indie card. I agree. I agree. That's the one that's elusive.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta smooth things over with Tom.
There you go. That's a goal.
Get in line.
I mean, you're getting old enough that you might qualify for a legend now, Mike.
That's true.
But I mean, that's me too. So, but I've never been in the ring. So,
Colonel Pete card.
Yeah. Someday, maybe.
You got generals in the Air Force, or how high does it go?
Yeah, generals. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
we can have a
Lieutenant
general
colonel,
Pete
then
card.
colonel, then generals. So yeah, there will never be a general. Well, there could be a general back, but just not in the game. That would be silly. So
you can be the manager though.
Yeah, well,
General Pete the manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can happen. But if Broc wants to give us a rundown.
I can give us the rundown. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button. It's right below Pete, I think, this week. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Scroll down through the description. You'll find all of our friends who make Filsinger Games related content, including the official Filsinger Games podcast Roll Up, the Legends team's Uncharted Territory, Dizzy Dice from Lee Longpree, solo promoter from Grant Pachoco. Grant is also here on YouTube. You also find Dave Little's Heartland Championship Wrestling. After further review, Brad Plays 81 and Bucky 749, making Filsinger Games related content. I stream on Twitch. I'm usually there on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern, doing my bootleg fed if you want to check that out. The replays are also posted here on YouTube if you want to get caught up. I've actually been consistent, believe it or not. The kids have let me do it. So so that's worth checking out if you want. That's all I got, everybody. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks for having us
back. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all very much.
We're gonna put you down for Kill Prey, Joe.
Yeah.
When we get to cover him for the first time.
Sounds good. Sounds
awesome.
Good. We just got to get you to subscribe so we can get to 198 subscribers.
So close to 200.
I will be a regular viewer now.
All right.
Which my regular viewing habits, if anything, are not strong, but I'll view it as regularly as I possibly can.
Hey, any little bit helps. Like, all right, thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
All right, man.
Thanks
Y'all be easy.
Have a good one.
Good night, everybody.